You are listening to the Gaming Cube podcast with me, your co-host Simon Halliday, and the main host, of course, Thomas Dallard.
Alright, hello guys, and welcome to another edition of the Gaming Cube podcast. This is now episode 19, am I right in that sense?
Same age as me.
Same age as Simon. This is your host Tom Dallard, joined as ever by...
Simon Halliday, the co-host.
So you didn't want to do the intro this time. Oh well, doesn't matter. And then also back from the last episode, we still got him, Chris Elliott, everybody.
Hey.
Chris Elliott, hooray. So today, we're going to be talking about Formula 1 games. So this was a suggestion I had on my YouNow broadcast quite some time ago. Actually, no, earlier today. And we thought it'd be a cool idea to do it. Considering that we did Forza last time, we'll do Formula 1 while we're at it. So as I'm getting the information up for the guys, I thought Simon and Chris could quickly take over while I look it up, and they could explain to you guys and the listeners out there about how they came to know in Formula 1. Have they ever heard of Formula 1? Are they a fan of it? Get it from their own opinion. So let them two hand over while I look for some information.
I've heard of Formula 1, but to be honest, I'm not as massive fan of it as these two are here.
I mean, I don't really like it, but I wouldn't mind playing a game of it, but I just don't like watching Formula 1 at all.
Alright, so basically what you're saying is that you're not really much of a fan,
No.
from what I'm saying. But luckily for guys and girls, I'm not going to discriminate here, I'm not being sexist or anything, but for the guys and girls who listen to this and are Formula 1 fans, well, you're in luck because your host here, Tom Dallard, is a Formula 1 fan. So, yeah, what about that?
That is good.
That is good.
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 Push my ass up with a G.
Right, anyway, so Formula 1 2015. So I'm going to read out this game simply due to the fact that it's coming out very, very soon. It'll be out the 10th of October. Wait, no, 10th of July, sorry.
Seriously?
10th of July 2015. So it'll be for this current season. And the graphics and screenshots look really good, actually, I have to admit. But I have the current game right now, which is F1 2014, as of due time of recording. I have the current game. And it's done quite well, actually, in terms of, like, the way it's been portrayed, the way career mode's been set out. You can, for those of you who don't know, like you two, for instance, the way the game's been set out on career mode is that you can actually fight for for the drivers' championship and constructors and all that, and it actually helps you build you as a driver. The more you accomplish these things within the you also have certain objectives for the season.
Like Forza?
Pretty much in terms of career mode, where you go from, but obviously from, unlike Forza, you go from team to team on Formula 1. So
Wicked.
You can go from the likes of Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, BMW, Lotus, Caterham. Yeah, I know all the teams pretty much. So those are pretty much the main things you can do on career mode. You can also fight for the Constructors' Championship. You know what the Constructors is, right? Just if you don't know, I will tell you if you don't know. No,
Rings a bell.
So obviously you have the F1. So there's 22 drivers or 24 drivers. 24, sorry. No, sorry, 22. And basically, in that set of 22, they all fight for one thing, and that's for the FIA Formula 1 World Championship. Yeah, look at me. I know my stuff. And basically, the smart guy. Well, I'm the only guy who knows this stuff, so I am the smart here. So basically, the Constructors' Championship is the teams. So there's 12 teams, and they all compete as well. So the points drivers get from winning races, if you finish in the top 10, to make it easier for you guys, because the point system is kind of weird. But if you finish in the top 10, you get points for your team. So win the race, you get 25 points. Then it goes to 18, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. There you go.
Wow.
Right there.
Turn.
So basically, the points you get, not only does that add to your constructors thing, but also adds to your main one, of course, the racing, the actual World Championships for drivers. But let's say if you were racing for Red Bull, and let's say, Simon, you finished first, you won the race.
Yes.
And like Chris is your teammate and he came fourth.
Oh,
That's still good. That's still good because your points will then be added, and both of your points will go towards your team, which then goes towards the constructors. So, and then obviously there's 18 races in the calendar season. After the 18 races, whoever's on top of the World Championship obviously wins the title, and obviously it's the same for the constructors. So that
pit stops in there.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
There's usually on average, turning on how many laps there are, it depends because on a race on a circuit like Monaco's got about 60 laps, something like that in total, 62 laps, something like that, and then you have Silverstone that's got like 50 something. So it just depends. There seems to be more laps on shorter circuits as it's so small, as you can tell. So basically, the winner will be determined at the end of the season. Whoever's got the most points. Same with the constructors as well, and then those two, the winning team and the winning driver, will get their awards and stuff like that, and then they all wait for next season. They all go back and then reboot the car, try and make it something new, and there might be a few in terms of moves. So for instance, Lewis Hamilton, he went from McLaren Mercedes to Mercedes.
Wow.
Hopefully that doesn't confuse you because McLaren is different. It has a Mercedes engine, but McLaren is a different team to Mercedes-Benz in themselves.
So you're saying they're all the same, but they're built the same?
They're built the same. They have to be built the same for the FIA rules. If they're not, then their class is illegal, and then they will be disqualified from the season if they can't get a car. From the what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Requirements. Let's call it requirements. So if they don't meet those requirements, they'll be disqualified for the season, or they'll be disqualified for the first few races or so. So there you go. A bit of knowledge there. So that's pretty much.
The more you know, people.
So that's pretty much for the first part of me running down. Simply due to the fact these two guys don't know, so it's probably me talking the most, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Oh, well.
me second.
Yeah. Chris is just in the corner.
I don't know a lot about this, so I'm letting you two talk.
Oh, that's fair enough. Don't worry, we will get onto a game that you will do like, okay, that we can all talk about then. Everybody will put an equal amount of effort then. But anyway, we're going to throw it to a song break now as we normally do. And when we come back, we will do the usual thing. What do we usually do when we come after the break, Simon? What do we usually do?
Awards,
yes. What do we do next after that?
Reviews, rating it out of 10.
Yes, that's correct. And then what do we do at the end of it?
And we pretty much finish it.
Awesome. See that? He knows it. He knows the drill by now.
Stay tuned, people.
So basically, we're going to go for a song break now. So if you're new to this, thank you for listening. And this is our, let's say, a very special segment in our show. So who's going to pick the song today? Who's going to go for it? Anybody in particular? Actually, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to pick a song today.
Go ahead.
There's quite a few songs I want to list and put out there, but I'm probably going to have to go for a really old classic one. Probably won't like it. You might do anyway. I'm going to go. It's a song from a film. I'm going to go with 2003's film School of Rock.
Love it.
And I'm going to go with Zach's song. So this is Zach's song from School of Rock.
Leave a like if you love this.
Right, take it away.
To memorize your lies, I feel like I've been hypnotized. And then that magic man, he come to town. Woo-wee, he done spun my head around. Said recess is in session, 2 and 2 make 5. And now, baby, oh, I'm alive. Oh yeah, I'm alive. And if you wanna be a teacher's man, well, baby, you just have to get it. Rock got no reason, rock got no rhyme. You better get me to school on time. Ah, yeah! Woo! perfect, son, but y'all be rocking when I'm done.
Well, hello guys, and welcome back to the second and final part of today's episode, number 19. And as always, time for the awards of the game we've just reviewed.
They better be good.
It's gonna be me. I don't know where I got that from. Basically, here we go. So, F1 2014. I was trying to look for some awards for the latest games, but I couldn't find any. But I have found, however, a title or an award for F1 2010. So it was the very first game that came out on the 360 5 years ago, and didn't expect this, but it won a BAFTA Game Award for Best Sports Game. Well, sorry, BAFTA Games Award for Action Game, and apparently it's got more next to it. What else did it win? Ooh, hello.
Wicked.
It won quite a few, actually. So, BAFTA Games Award for Best Action Game, British Game, Game Design, Artistic Achievement, Best Game, award for Best Debut Game, because that was the first on the 360, Best Award for Best Story, and also Award for Innovation in terms of the way it was created. So, won like 8-9 awards there in 2010, and then since then, it's like won a couple of awards at local events, not the big stage, but apart from that, it's all fine. I still think it's a great game anyway because I'm a fan, so I would say so.
Wicked.
So give our final opinions and thoughts now. So I think I'll say first. F1 games in general. I love the sport of the motorsport of Formula 1. Probably one of my favourite passions in terms of like fan following and sort of that thing. So possibly out of 10, of course, I would give this game a 9, simply due to the fact that no game is also always perfect, but that one day there will be that game I rate 10, trust me. But 9 simply due to the fact that I think, in my opinion, the last 2 games, so 2013 and 2014, they've been quite lazy in terms of the lookout. I know the graphics are meant to improve, but it doesn't seem that they have, if that makes sense. I know it's meant to be the same thing, and it's good to keep the original ideas, but I wish that they could introduce a certain game mode that people could do besides time attack and career mode and normal one-on-one racing with people you could race with online or whatever. I wish they could have a new mode added to it. Like
with Slender mode, there's normal mode, there's daytime mode, then there's the $20 mode. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, in terms of F1, we already have that because you race it at night, you race in the day. One thing I would like to be added is that back in F1 2010, there used to be, when you first start a driver, people were on the screen, came up to you as an interviewer, like he was being interviewed, and then you would give your answer through a statement. So I wish they could do what NBA 2K does, the NBA games. After you've played a game, so for instance, after you've won a race or you've finished a race, you then get interviewed by all these questions, and you have to pick which text suits you best, and then your popularity can rise, decrease, that sort of thing, really. So I wish they could have that in that feature, really. Awesome. That'd be kind of cool. What would you give this game rating out of 10 then, Simon? You know what? I think I'd just go for the same 9.
9. Yeah, just for all the right reasons, like I just mentioned and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair enough, man. I can't argue with you there. Well, I think today we'll end it there. So thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Gaming Geek Podcast.
We appreciate it, people.
As always, yes. Number 19 is done. And until episode 20, I've been your host, Tom Dollar, along with
co-host Simon Halliday.
Until then, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.